Good evening, baseball fans. You are here on Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken, and we're going to be doing the play-by-play for Game 3 of the Yankees versus the Orioles series. We are going to be starting off with today's lineup. Leading off for the Yankees and playing center field is Trent Grisham hitting .238. Behind the dish hitting out of the two-hole, Ben Rice hitting .248. Out of the three-hole, Aaron Judge will be playing right field, hitting .327 on the season. Cody Bellinger will be cleaning up, playing left field, hitting .271. In the five-hole is going to be big Giancarlo Stanton, DHing, hitting .267. Jazz Chisholm will be hitting out of the six-hole, playing second base, hitting .242. Jazz did a milestone yesterday by becoming the third Yankee to hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases, a 30-30 guy. Out of the seven-hole is going to be Paul Goldschmidt playing first base, hitting .279. Out of the eight-hole, Ryan McMahon will be at third base, hitting .216. And batting ninth will be Anthony Volpe playing shortstop, hitting .207 on the season. On the bump for the Yankees is going to be Carlos Rodón. For today's Orioles lineup, Holiday will be leading off, playing second base. Westberg will be at third base, hitting in the two-hole. Henderson will be playing shortstop, hitting out of the three-hole. O'Neill will be in left field, hitting cleanup. Mountcastle will be DHing, hitting out of the five-hole. Jackson will be hitting sixth, playing right field. Mayo will be hitting seventh, playing first base. Another Jackson will be behind the dish, catching, hitting out of the eight-hole. And Mateo will be in center field, hitting ninth. And on the bump for the Orioles is going to be Tomoyuki Sugano. I want to thank everybody for hopping into our stream this afternoon / early evening. Appreciate y'all spending time here listening to a little bit of baseball. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and consider subscribing if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Your support is most appreciated. In today's Major League scoreboard, the Atlanta Braves beat the Detroit Tigers 6-5. The Guardians beat the Twins 6-0. The Nationals and the Mets are tied up at 3 in the top of the 10th. In the bottom of the top of the second, the Athletics and Pirates are locked up at donuts. In the top of the second, the Cubs and Reds are doing the same thing, locked up at donuts. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Ronald. Hey, Jonathan. And anyone else who may be sitting in the background who hasn't commented yet. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to be here. And if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Starting at 7:05 is going to be the Marlins and the Rangers. Orioles and the Yankees. In the top of the first, the Red Sox and Rays are locked up at zeros. 7:10, we're going to have a boatload of games coming on. Padres and the White Sox, Mariners and the Astros. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. Blue Jays and the Royals. The second Guardians and Twins game. And the Brewers and the Cardinals. And looks like the Orioles have taken the field. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. If y'all could, please hit the like button and share it out before we get underway for today's game. And it looks like Sugano has taken the last of his warm-up pitches. So we're about to get it underway. Looking for the Yankees to bounce back from last night's loss. I've originally claimed that the Yankees were going to go 8-1 in their final 9, and we lost our 1 yesterday, so it is time to get it going. And Sugano sets, and the first pitch is a sweeper call, strike 1. Grisham is hitting .238 on the season, 33 home runs, 71 RBIs, and an .821 OPS. And Sugano sets and fires, and the second pitch is called, strike 2 on the outside corner. Count is 0-2 on Grisham. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, brother. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is chopped to first base. Sugano is going to field it and flip it to Mayo for the first out of the game. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. And Sugano sets. First pitch to Rice is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Rice is hitting .248 on the season, 23 home runs, 57 RBIs, and an .814 OPS. And Sugano sets, fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And Sugano sets, fires, and the curveball is in there for call, strike 1. Count is 2-1. Quinn Wolken is the home plate umpire. He's 13 major league seasons, and he is a hitter-friendly umpire. And the pitch is inside. Count goes to 3-1. And Sugano sets and fires, and the pitch is hammered down the first base line, foul. And it looks like Rice has broken his bat, so he's heading to the dugout to get a new piece of lumber. Sean, are you at work? Or are you getting ready to go to work? Or are you off for today? Hey, Yassine. Well, Yassine, they are definitely charging, and the way that the Tigers have been playing, I would not be surprised. And Sugano sets, fires, and this pitch is chopped to the second baseman. Holiday gets a good hop and flips it to Mayo for the second out. Roger that, brother. All rise. The judges in the chambers. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate, 1-0. And the next pitch is hammered foul. Count is 1-1. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 2-1 on the captain. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge swings at the splitter. Count is now 2-2. And Judge takes time out. In traditional fashion, picks up his rock and flips it to the side and gets ready to get it on. Judge is hitting .330 on the season versus the Orioles in 109 games, 48 home runs, 103 RBIs, and a 1220 OPS. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is down low. Count is now full, 3-2 on the captain. And Sugano steps off the rubber. And it looks like the umpire is coming out, or the catcher is coming out for a quick mound visit. And the pitch is on the way. And this one is grounded through to right center field. So Judge gets the first hit for the Yankees tonight. And that is a 2-out single. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate, but it is called strike one. Belly's hitting .271 on the season, 29 home runs, 97 RBIs, and an .818 OPS. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and Cody fouls it off. Count is 0-2. And Sugano sets. And the pitch is hammered foul down the left field line. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Sugano sets. Pitch is out of the way, and this one is hit foul to the left side. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is slammed into right center field. Judge is motoring around second, heading to third, and that is the second hit of the night for the Yankees. Bellinger is going to be at first. Judge is going to be at third. And big Giancarlo Stanton coming up to bat. And Sugano sets. And the first pitch to Stanton is down in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Stanton's hitting .267 on the night or on the season, 20 home runs, 53 RBIs, and a .903 OPS. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and Stanton hammers this one foul. Count is now 1-1. And Sugano sets. And he makes a weak pickoff attempt at first base. Bellinger is back in, standing up. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper down low. Count is 2-1. And Sugano sets and fires, and Stanton swings at the sweeper. Count is now 2-2. And Sugano sets. And this pitch is hammered to right field. And Jackson is back. And that one is going, and gone. That is a 3-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton. That is Stanton's 21st home run of the season. The ball left his bat at 104.2 miles an hour and traveled 358 feet. So the Yankees now take a 3-0 lead right off the bat. Good way to start the game tonight. That is Stanton's career home run 450. The next person on the home run list is going to be Carlos Yastrzemski with 452. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Yeah, John, if he was healthy. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Splitter is outside. Count is 1-1. And Sugano sets. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz swings at a cutter outside the strike zone. Count is 1-2. And Sugano sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-2 on Jazz. And Sugano sets, fires, and Jazz is called out on strikes. Good fastball that painted the inside corner. But that's going to do it for the Yankees, but not before the Yankees put a 3 spot on the board in the first inning. Coming out to pitch for the Yankees is going to be Carlos Rodón. And Nancy, you got that one right. No freaking nail biters today. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And on our Major League scoreboard today, the Braves have beaten the Tigers 6-5. The Guardians have beaten the Twins 6-0. In the top of the 11th, the Nationals have jumped out to a 5-3 lead on the Mets. In the bottom of the third, the Pirates lead the Athletics 1-0. In the bottom of the third, the Cubs lead the Reds 1-0. In the top of the first, the Marlins and the Rangers are locked up at donuts. As you know, in this game, we're heading to the bottom of the first, and the Yankees lead Orioles 3-0. In the top of the second, the Red Sox and the Rays are locked up at donuts. In the bottom of the first, the White Sox have taken a 1-0 lead on the Padres. And in the top of the first, the Mariners have taken a 1-0 lead on the Astros. In the bottom of the first, the Royals and the Blue Jays are locked up at zeros. And in game 2 of the Guardians Twins doubleheader, there in the top of second, the score is 0-0. And in the top of the first, the Brewers and the Cardinals are knotted up at zeros. And that is our active scoreboard for the major leagues today. Rodón is going into his 32nd appearance of the season. He is 16-9 with a 3.11 ERA. The opponents are hitting 189 against him, the league low in the major leagues. So let's hope we have a great night from Carlos. Lou, I agree. I think Stanton will get his 500 before his career is over with. And it looks like Rodón is having a bit of a pitch comm issue, so they're meeting on the mound. And for those of you who have just hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Jackson Holiday is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up and away. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 1-0. And Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 2-0. All right, Carlos, we got to pitch in front of these guys, not from behind. Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch catches the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1. And Rodón sets, and the pitch is inside for ball 3. Count is now 3-1. Rodón sets, fires, and this ball is chopped to first base. Goldie is going to field it cleanly and step on the bag himself for the first out of the inning. And Carlos, this is the inning to have a shutdown. We've scored 3 runs. Let's get Sugano back out on the mound and see if we can knock him out of the game early and get to this weak bullpen of the Orioles. Westberg is coming up to bat. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Westberg is hitting .264 on the season, 15 home runs, 34 RBIs, and a .768 OPS. Rodón sets, fires, and he catches the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Hey, D-Rod, what do you know? And Rodón sets, and the changeup is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is waved at tap foul. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for Westberg, the second out of the inning. Rodon's first strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Gunnar Henderson. And Rodon sets. First pitch to Henderson is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Henderson is hitting .276 on the season, 16 home runs, 65 RBIs, and a .792 OPS. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is check swing outside. Count is now 2-1. I don't know. I'm looking at the replay. It looks like he didn't check his swing. I think he went on that one. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is that damn goose? Let's be done with Henderson and get back out there and see how much more we can stress Sugano. Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is grounded to Goldschmidt. He lays out, flips it to first, and he is going to beat the flip out. Rodon doesn't make it in time. I don't think Rodon tagged the bag. Yep. Henderson beats Rodon to the bag. Rodon tried to tag him, but not before he got to the bag. Good hard effort. Sometimes it happens. So that is the first hit for the Orioles this evening. Tyler O'Neill is up to bat. The first pitch is tap foul. Count is 0-1. And D-Rod, they're wearing the complete orange uniform. Maybe they feel like they're prisoners in Baltimore. O'Neill is hitting .201 on the season, 8 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a .696 OPS. Rodon sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Rodon sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets. Fires, and the pitch is down low. Henderson is taking off second, and he is going to steal second base. The pitch was off the plate, so the count is going to go to 2-2. That is Henderson's 22nd or 27th stolen base of the season. And the pitch is chopped to McMahon. McMahon fires across the diamond to Goldie for the third out of the inning. Beautiful play by Ryan McMahon. For those of you who complain about him not hitting, that's why he's here, is that glove. Coming up to bat in the top of the second for the Yankees is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon, and Anthony Volpe. Let's get it on. And for those of you who have just hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We're going to flip to our baseball scoreboard. As mentioned before, the Braves beat the Tigers 5-4. Guardians beat the Twins in game 1, 6-0. The Nationals Mets game has gone final. Mets have lost 5-3 to the Nationals. In the bottom of the third, the Pirates lead the A's 2-0. In the bottom of the third, the Reds and the Cubs are now locked up at ones. In the top of the second, the Marlins and the Rangers are locked up at zeros. As you know, in this game, the Yankees are up 3-0 heading into the second. In the top of the second, the Red Sox and Rays are locked up at zeros. In the top of the second, the White Sox and the Padres are tied at ones. In the bottom of the first, the Mariners have a 1-0 lead on the Astros. That's a race to definitely check out since they are essentially tied for the division lead, and the loser of this series will be in the wild card bracket. In the top of the second, the White Sox and the Padres are locked up at ones. In the top of the second, the Royals and the Blue Jays are locked up at donuts. Same thing with the Twins and the Guardians, and the Brewers and the Cardinals, all 0-0. And that is your Major League scoreboard for the day. And the first pitch to Goldie is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Goldie's hitting .279 in the season, 10 home runs, 44 RBIs, and a 744 OPS. And Sugano sets, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 0-2. All right, Paul, time to get done. Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and the ball is down low. Count is 1-2. And Sugano sets. And the pitch is down low and off the plate. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your goose? And Sugano sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a slider off the plate, or a sweeper off the plate. Count is now full on Goldie. Goldie's choked up. He has a good two-strike approach. He's looking to do some damage. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and Goldschmidt swings through it for strike three. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. McMahon is hitting .216 on the season, 19 homers, 52 RBIs, and a .695 OPS. And Sugano sets, fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Sugano sets, and the pitch is bounced to Holiday, who fields it cleanly, shoots it to Mayo for the second out of the inning. And coming up to bat is our shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And the pitch is inside. Count is 2-1. Guys are awfully quiet tonight. Are you got nothing to say? And Sugano sets, and the pitch on the way, and it is tapped foul. Count is 2-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we are in the top of the second. Yankees have a 3-0 lead on the Orioles. There are 2 outs with no runners on, and Anthony Volpe is up to bat. The count is 2-2, and Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul. Count is going to remain deuce. Volpe is back in the box. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way. And Volpe hammers a line drive to right field. Jackson is going to field it and getting in. So Volpe has a 2-out single. The fourth hit of the night for the Yankees. And coming up to bat is our leadoff hitter, Trent Grisham. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the night. And Sugano sets. The pitch is a splitter off the plate. Count is 1-0. Grisham is 0 for 1 and grounded out in the first. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza, how you doing, my brother? Yankees up 3-0 on a Giancarlo Stanton home run in the first inning. Sugano sets and fires, and the pitch is hammered foul. Count is 1-1. And Sugano steps off the plate, or off the rubber. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-1 on Grisham. And Sugano sets. Eddie fires to first base. Volpe is back and standing up. Barely had a lead. Not sure why Sugano did that. However, let's go Yankees. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and there's a snap throw to first base, but Volpe is back. And that pitch was right down the heart of Broadway, so it was called strike 2. Count is deuce. And Sugano sets. He checks on Volpe, and the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now full. And Sugano sets. And this pitch is going to be looped into right field off the glove of Holiday. Volpe is going to advance to third base. So the Yankees now have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. And Sugano sets. Pitch is a curveball off the plate. Austin Jackson, the former Yankee farmhand, keeps snapping up like somebody is stealing second. And Sugano sets. And the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 2-0. Rice is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. And Sugano sets, fires, and the pitch, I think, is down low, but it is called strike one. Count is 2-1. And Sugano sets, fires, and the pitch catches the outside portion of the plate. Count is now evened at 2-2. All right, Big Bed, ducks on the pod. Nothing extravagant, base hit brings us in. And Sugano sets. Pitch is a sweeper down low. Count is now full. Count is 3-2. And Sugano sets. And the pitch is tapped back to the mound. Sugano feels it, flips it to Mayo to record the third out of the inning. So he works out of a jam. There is no runs scored, 2 runners left on base. As we come to the bottom of the second, coming up to bat is going to be Mountcastle, Jackson, and Mayo. Damn. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Your support is most appreciated. And let's see, in our active scoreboard, Pirates have taken a 2-0 lead on the Athletics in the top of the 5th. The Reds have taken a 2-1 lead on the Cubs in the bottom of the 4th. Marlins have taken a 1-0 lead against the Rangers in the top of the 3rd. In the top of the 3rd, the Red Sox and Rays are locked up at 0s. In the bottom of the 2nd, the Padres and the White Sox are tied at 1. In the top of the 2nd, the Mariners have taken a 2-0 lead on the Astros. In the bottom of 3, Blue Jays and the Royals are locked up at donuts, as is in game 2 for the Guardians and Twins, 0s. In the top of the 2nd, the Brewers have jumped out to a 1-0 lead on the Cardinals. That is our active scoreboard for right now. However, at 8:10, the Phillies and the Diamondbacks will be on the hopper, as will be the Angels and the Rockies. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share it out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Mountcastle is coming up to bat. He's hitting 256 on the season, 6 home runs, 33 RBIs, and a 663 OPS. And Rodón sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is foul, tipped into the glove of Ben Rice. Count is 0-1. Rodón sets and fires, and the second pitch is foul, tipped into Rice's glove. Count is 0-2. Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 1-2. And Rodón sets, and the pitch is chopped to Rodón. He is going to field it, and he is going to miss the tag on the runner. He's going to beat an infield out or infield single. So they've had 2 hits that are both soft contact infield singles. And Rodón sets. First pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball to center field. Grisham is tracking it and is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Grisham had to take about a step in. And on review of the infield hit, Mayo's coming up to bat. Score, he is 202 on the season, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a 640 OPS. And the pitch is swung on and popped up. McMahon is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in foul territory. That is going to be the second out of the inning. But as I was saying, on the Mountcastle hit, Rodón actually tagged Mountcastle's foot before he made it to the bag, but he kicked the ball out of Rodon's glove. Former Yankee Alex Jackson is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call, strike 1. If you don't remember, Jackson was part of the Jose Trevino trade to the Red. Jackson came with Fernando Cruz. And the pitch is on the way, and it is called strike 2. Count is 0-2. And then we traded Jackson to the Orioles in July for international free agency pool money. And Rodón sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Orioles in the top or in the bottom of the second. Coming up to bat in the top of the third is going to be Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, what do you know? Anything good? For those of you who are in our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Your support is most appreciated. For those of you hopping in the stream, the Yankees have a 3-0 lead on the Orioles, courtesy of a 3-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton in the first inning. Hopefully, we will tack some more runs on in this part of the lineup, with this part of the lineup coming up. And let's see, the only change in the active scoreboard. In the bottom of the third, the Red Sox have a 1-0 lead on the Rays. Not good for us. And all other scores are the same as they were just a few minutes ago. Interesting race to keep an eye on also is the AL Central. At this point, the Guardians are a game and a half behind the Detroit Tigers. Guardians have a doubleheader. Tigers lost today. The Guardians won the first game of the series, or first game of the doubleheader. And if they take the second game, that'll put them one game behind the Tigers. That definitely affects the playoff race. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. He is 1 for 1 on the day with a single, and he scored on Stanton's home run. Sugano sets, and he fires a sweeper down low and off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Sugano sets. Sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Hey, Just, how you doing? And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 2-1 on the captain. And Sugano sets and fires, and Judge slaps this one foul. Count is 2-2. It is another Ducky Day in Paradise. Had dance lessons with my young grandson this morning, and he did great. And then we went to my granddaughter's first official volleyball game, and her team won the set, took all 3 games. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to be 2-2. Hey, Stephen B., how you doing? On deck is Cody Bellinger. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and I think he caught the top of the strike zone, but it is called ball 3. Count is now full on the captain, 3-2. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and Judge taps this one foul. Count is going to remain 3-2. Sugano is going to try to get Judge out on a sweeper down and away. It'll more likely end up being a walk. I don't think he'll chase. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered. This one is going, and gone. That is Judge's 49th home run of the year, and the Yankees now have a 4-0 lead. That one left his bat at 112.2 miles an hour and traveled 370 feet. That is Judge's 364th career home run. And the first pitch to Bellinger is a curveball in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Sugano sets, pitches, and the splitter is down low. Count is 1-1. And Sugano sets, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Belly. Belly is one of those players that has a good approach to 2 strikes, but he looks at call, strike 3, and he is punched out looking. That is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton. He hit a 3-run home run in the first inning. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. And the pitch is a sweeper off the plate. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. The splitter is down and low. Count is now 3-1. Ken, I came in and got my cats and dogs back. Roger that. And the pitch is on the way. Stanton swings on this one and misses. Count is going to go to 3-2. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and Stanton taps this. As he heads to first base, Jazz Chisholm will come up to bat. Jazz is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. Am I muted now? Hey, AD, how you doing, brother? And the first pitch is down low off the plate. Count is 1-0. Sugano sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Sugano sets, and Jazz hits a towering fly ball. Mateo is going to make the play. That is the second out of the inning. Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the second. Well, I'm pulling for a win, too. And the first pitch to Goldschmidt is a curveball down low. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls this one straight back. Count is even at 1-1. And the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to go to 1-2. We are in the top of the third. Yankees lead the Orioles 4-0. There is a runner at first with 2 outs. Count is 1-2 on Goldschmidt. And Sugano steps off the rubber. And Sugano sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is going to plunk Goldschmidt on the elbow. So as Goldie takes his gear off, he is heading to first, and Yankees are going to have runners at first and second with 1 out. Sugano is at 84 pitches in the top of the third, so he may be toast here soon. Hey, Jason Custodio, how you doing, my brother? From a different mother. I think that Sugano is all right. God damn, I don't know why I keep getting muted. And the second pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And what I had asked is if anybody who has hopped in the stream hasn't hit the like button or shared the channel out, please do so. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Sugano sets, and the ball is grounded sharply to Holiday. Holiday flips it to Mayo for the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees tack one more run on with a solo shot home run from from Aaron Judge. Judge's 49th home run of the season. And for our Major League scoreboard today, Braves have beaten the Tigers 6-5. They are in a free fall. The Guardians beat the Twins in game 1 of their twin doubleheader, 6-0. So that puts them a game and a half behind the Tigers for the lead in the AL Central. The Nationals top the Mets 5-3, who are also fighting for the third wild card spot, with the Reds and the Diamondbacks in hot pursuit. In the bottom of the sixth, the Pirates lead the Athletics 2-0. In the top of the fifth, the Reds lead the Cubs 3-2. In the bottom of the third, Rangers lead the Marlins 2-1. As you know, heading to the bottom of the third, the Yankees lead the Orioles 4-0. In the bottom of the fourth, the Red Sox lead the Rays 1-0. In the top of the fourth, the White Sox have a 2-1 lead on the Padres. In the bottom of the third, the Mariners now have a 3-0 lead on the Astros. That one is another hotly contested playoff race. The winner of that series is going to be in the lead in the AL West. The loser will be in the wild cards. All right, update for the Royals Blue Jays. In the top of the fifth, the Royals lead the Blue Jays now 2-0. In the bottom of the fourth, the Brewers lead the Cardinals 1-0. And coming up on the hopper at 8:10 is going to be the Diamondbacks and the Phillies, and the Angels and the Rockies. So those are the next two games on our hopper. And Mateo is in the box. And Rodon sets. Pitch is a curveball just a bit low. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is going to catch the inside corner for call, strike one. Count is 1-up. Mateo is hitting 192 on the season, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and a 521 OPS. And Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. All right, dude. He is hitting 192. Go after him. Pitch from in front of him. Cannot be pitching from behind. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. A nice sinker. Count is deuce. What color is that goose? And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is inside. Actually, he swung on that one and missed. There. I'm muted again. That one was an interesting one. Mateo swung on it, and they thought it hit him in the foot. And the first pitch to Holiday is call or swinging strike one. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and this pitch is in there for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is hit into left field or center field. Grisham is standing, takes one step, and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jordan Westberg. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. Westberg is stepping into the box. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch catches the outside portion of the plate for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets, and the next pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened out 1-1. Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-2. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your freaking goose? And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Down goes Westberg, and that is 1-2-3 for the Orioles. Nice job by Rodon. As we head to the top of the fourth, Anthony Volpe, Trent Grisham, and Ben Rice are coming up to bat. At a scoreboard update, at the top of the fifth, the Rays have tied the Red Sox 1-1. Good news for us. Let's keep on going. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Now, in the top of the fifth, the Guardians have taken a 2-0 lead on the Twins. If the Guardians hold out and take this game, they will be one game behind the Tigers for the AL Central lead. Custodio, are you still here? And for those of you who have hopped into this stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Your support is most appreciated, and I want to thank you all for hopping into Yankees The Ugly Truth to listen to a little bit of baseball. And the first pitch to Volpe is off the plate, 1-0. Jose Castillo is replacing Sugano. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-0. All right, Steven, I'll take a look at when I get a shot. And Garcia sets, and the pitch is high and off the plate. Count is now 3-0 to Volpe. And Castillo sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. So that is a 4-pitch walk to Volpe. And the top of the lineup is coming up to bat. Trent Grisham, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled in the second. And Castillo sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is inside. That is the 5th straight ball. And Castillo sets. Pitch is up. It did. Count is 2-0. 6th straight ball. And the pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 2-1 on Grishbaum. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is evened at 2-2. And Castillo sets. And this pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the first out of the inning. For those of you hopping into the stream, we're in the top of the 4th. Yankees lead the O's 4-0. There is 1 out with a runner at first base. Ben Rice coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night. And the first pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike 1 on Rice. Count is 0-1. Rice has a pair of ground outs tonight. And the pitch is another sweet slider off the plate. Count is now evened at 1-1. And Castillo sets, fires, and this one is hammered down the right field line, but this is going to be foul. Count goes to 1-2. Volpe was taking off for second. And Castillo sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is that goose? And Castillo sets. Ed makes a weak pickoff attempt at first base. Volpe is in there standing up. And Castillo sets, fires, and he paints the outside corner for call. Strike 3. Second out of the inning. And all rise. The judge is in the chambers. He is 2 for 2 on the afternoon or the evening with a single and a solo shot home run. And Castillo fires a weak pickoff attempt at first. Volpe is once again back standing up. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge hammers this one foul. Count is 0-1. Castillo sets and fires, and Judge does not check his swing. Count is 0-2. And Judge takes his traditional 2-strike timeout, picks up some dirt and a rock and flips it to the side and gets ready to get back into warrior mode. And the pitch is on the way. It is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. And Castillo fires over to first base. That is the second disengagement. That is the second disengagement of the bat. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge tops this one to Henderson. Henderson is going to step on the bag at second to record the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. No runs, no hits, and a runner left on base. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Gunnar Henderson, Tyler O'Neill, and Ryan Mountcastle. 3, 4, and 5. And I will be back in half a sec. La 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 la. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And for those of you who are actually subscribed, please hit the notifications button so that you can be informed anytime we are on live. Rodon is at 44 pitches, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one on Henderson. Count is 0-1. Henderson is 1 for 1 on the night with a single in the first and a stolen base. And Rodon sets, fires, and the ball is grounded to Jazz, who fills it cleanly and shoots it to Goldie for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Tyler O'Neill. He is 0 for 1 on the night. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 1-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is up high and away. Count is 2-1. Quick scoreboard update. The Red Sox have recaptured the lead in the bottom of the fifth. They lead the Rays 2-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is a fly ball to right field. Judge is tracking it and is going to catch it right on the foul line for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Ryan Mountcastle, 1 for 1 on the night with a single in the second. And Rodon sets. First pitch of Mountcastle is high and inside. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets, and he fires. The changeup is swung on and missed. Count is evened out 1 apiece. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is hammered foul down the right field line. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is in there for call, strike 3, and that is going to do it for the Orioles. That is 9 in a row for Rodon. Coming up to bat in the top of the fifth is going to be Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm. So the chat is awfully quiet. How we feeling? Yes, Rodon's pitch count does look wonderful. I want to thank everybody for hopping into this evening stream and listening to a little baseball. Your support is most appreciated. You are right, Shaw. The Yankees are 49-7 with Judge and Stanton both homer in the same game. And the first pitch to Belly is down low for ball one. Count is 1-0. And Castillo sets, and the next pitch is down and away. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. And Castillo sets, and the pitch is inside. Count is now 3-1 on Belly. You're right. All rights, Judge should be at 50 home runs right now. Castillo sets, and this one paints the inside portion of the plate for call. Strike two. Count is now full, 3-2. Castillo sets, fires, and this one is fouled off. Count remains 3-2. And Castillo sets, and he fires, and the pitch is low and away. That one's going to bounce off of Jackson's glove and roll all the way to the bat, roll all the way to the wall as Belly strips his gear off and heads to first. Coming up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton. He is 1-for-1 on the night with a walk and a 3-run homer. Castillo sets and he fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Castillo sets and fires and catches the outside portion of the plate. Count is now 0-2. Castillo sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. And the runner goes. And Bellinger is thrown out stealing. Actually, I don't think he is. It looks like Belly has stolen the base. And the first pitch, and Stanton swings and is out. And the first pitch to Jazz is swung on and missed. So the Yankees have a runner at second with one out. Jazz Chisholm up to bat. And the pitch is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And it looks like Yanar Cano is warming up in the bullpen for the Orioles. And the pitch is on the way, and Jazz hammers this one foul down the first base line. Count is now 1-2. Jazz is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a strikeout. And the pitch is hit to the right side. Henderson is not going to be able to handle it. And Bellinger is going to round third and score. And that is going to be an RBI single for Jazz Chisholm. And the Yankees jump out to a 5-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. And it looks like there's a mound visit about to happen. And it looks like there may be a pitching change. Yeah, they're signaling for the Cano to come in. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. No, I am not getting sick. I have allergies. And I did take my Claritin D today, but it just doesn't seem to be working as well as it usually does. La 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 la. Can you hear that? Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. I have not had a chance this just yet, Stephen. And Cano sets and he fires a sinker in there for call. Strike one against Goldie. Goldie is 0 for 1 on the day and was hit by a pitch. And Cano fires over to first base. Runner is back in, sliding head first. And Cano sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 to Goldie. All right, Steven. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is down and away. Count is 1-2. And Jazz is picked off at first base. And the pitch is a slider down low and away. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is hammered foul down the right field line. Count is going to remain 2-2. Cano sets, and this one is hit to right field or left field. O'Neill is sitting under it, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. That'll do it for the Yankees in the fifth. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth is going to be Jackson, Mayo, and Austin Jackson. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1 on Jackson. Sit here and watch the mic volume. And the next pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. And Rodon sets, fires, and the ball is grounded to Volpe. Volpe fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt to record the first out of the inning. And the first pitch to Mayo is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And this pitch is bounced through the infield to the right side. Judge is going to field it cleanly. Count is, or Orioles have a runner at first with 1 out. Alex Jackson coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the pitch is grounded to Volpe. Volpe takes a knee, flips it to Jazz. Jazz fires to first, but is not going to complete the double play. Almost doubled Jackson up, but just could not beat the he beat the throw out. George Mateo is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0. Come here.
I can't fix it right now.
And the pitch is grounded to Goldie. Goldie steps on the bag, and that is going to do it for the Orioles in the bottom of the fifth. Coming up to bat is McMahon, Volpe, and Grisham. Got a little bit of a technical difficulty, and we will be back in just a moment. Please stand by. Appreciate your support. unmute me. And the count is 1-1. Cano sets, and he fires, and the pitch catches the outside of the strike zone. Count is 1-2.
It's not dropping any.
Give it a few seconds. And Cano sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is even, Dad. Deuce. What color is your goose? And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now 3-2. Cano sets, and the ball is lined into left field. So that is going to be 2 for 2 for Volpe on the night. And the first pitch is, and Volpe is on the way, and he is going to steal second base. He kicks the ball out of the tag and knocked the ball out of the Henderson's glove. And the next pitch is on the way. It is inside to Grisham. Count is 2-0. That is Volpe's 18th stolen base on the season. And Cano sets, and the pitch is down low. Count is now 3-0 on Grisham. And the pitch is hammered into right field. Rounding third is Volpe, and he is going to end up scoring the Yankees' 6th run of the night. And the score is now 6-0 Yankees. Ben Rice is coming up to bat. And Cano sets and fires, and the ball is grounded right to Mayo, who fires to second, and then the relay is back to first. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, but not before they score another run to extend the lead to 6-0. I want to thank everybody for hopping into our stream during this live play-by-play of Game 3 of the Yankees uh, versus the Orioles. If you have not, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Your support is most appreciated. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing, especially if you like play-by-plays, open panels, and challenging questions in the form of video format. If you like that stuff, this is the place that you want to be. Following the game this evening, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe and Evan to catch the post-game review. And Rodón is heading out for the top of the sixth. Stepping up to the plate is Jackson Holiday. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch catches the top of the strike zone with a beautiful slider. Count is 0-1. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is hit foul down the first base line. Count is 0-2. Holiday is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a line out. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is waved on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for Holiday. Coming up to bat is Westberg. Hey, Michael, welcome to the stream. And the first pitch to Westberg is a slider in their call, strike 1. Westberg is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. And the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chopped foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 2-2. Is Westberg going to get the hat trick? And Rodón sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now 3-2. On deck is Gunnar Henderson. Rodon's pitch count is at 70, looking real good. Rodón sets, and the pitch is chopped up the middle. Jazz is going to get it and flip it to Goldie for the first out of the inning, or the second out of the inning. And Rodon sets. First pitch to Holiday is in there, or Henderson is in there for call, strike one. Henderson is one for two on the night with a single and a stolen base in the first. And Rodon sets and fires, and this pitch is skied to right field. Judge is backing up, and he is going to make the play, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the seventh is Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger, and Giancarlo Stanton.
I don't know what the hell it's doing.
And the new pitcher is going to be Jose Espada. All rise. The judges in the chambers. 2 for 3 on the night with a single, a solo shot home run, and 2 runs scored. And Espada fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And this pitch is skied to short right field, and it looks like Holiday is going to make the play. And Bellinger's up to bat, and the first pitch is popped to the third baseman. Westberg is going to make the play, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Stanton is up to bat. And the pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is a towering fly ball down the right field line. And it looks like it is going to make the stands. And the next pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2 on Stanton. Espada has 6 pitches in the inning and 2 outs. And Espada sets. Pitch is out of the way, and Stanton swings and misses for the 3rd out of the inning. Coming up in the bottom of the seventh is going to be O'Neill, Mountcastle, and Jackson. And in our scoreboard today, Braves beat the Tigers 6-5. Guardians beat the Twins 6-0 in the first game of their twin bill. The Nationals beat the Mets 5-3. Pirates beat the Athletics 2-0. In the top of the ninth, the Reds lead the Cubs 6-3. In the top of the seventh, the Marlins lead the Rangers 4-2. As you know, in this game, going to the bottom of 7, Yankees lead the Orioles 6-0. In the bottom of the 7th, the Red Sox lead the Rays 3-2. In the bottom of the 6th, the Padres lead the White Sox 5-2. And in the bottom of the 6th, the Mariners lead the Astros 5-0. In the top of the 8th, the Royals lead the Blue Jays 2-1. In the top of the 8th, the Guardians are hammering the Twins 8-0. In the top of 7, the Cardinals and the Brewers are tied at 2. In the bottom of the 4th, the Phillies lead the Diamondbacks 3-2. And in the top of the 5th, the Angels lead the Rockies 1-0. And that is your scoreboard for today, your active scoreboard. And for those of you that have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Your support is most appreciated. And Rodón sets and catches the top of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill is 0-2 on the night with a pair of ground outs. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball 1. Count is now evened at 1-1. And Rodón sets. Pitch is chop foul. Count is 1-2. And Rodón sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. And Rodón sets. Eddie fires, and the pitch is a changeup just off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off down the right field line. That is going to drop in to foul territory with Jazz, Goldie, and Judge chasing it. Rodon's pitch count is at 79, looking real good. And Rodon sets, fires, and the pitch is foul tipped and out of Rice's glove. Count is going to remain 3-2. How is the audio level for you guys? And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. That is ball 4. So Neil is going to take his base, and Ryan Mountcastle coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Mountcastle. All right. Thank you, Stephen. And Rodón sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That is Rodon's 7th strikeout of the night. And Jackson is up to bat, and the first pitch is going to get away from Wells. Runner is going to take second. So Neil's at second with 1 out. Definitely a pass ball on Rice. I understand that, Stephen. And the pitch is inside. Count is going to go to 2-0. And a score update. Tampa has, in the bottom of the 7th, has now tied the Red Sox at 3 apiece. Rodón sets, fires, and Jackson swings and misses. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on. Count is now even 2-2. And the pitch is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fields and fires to Goldie to record the second out, or the first out. O'Neill is going to move to third. Coming up to bat is Cody Mayo. And the first pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Mayo is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the 5th. Rodón sets and fires, and this one is hammered to left field. And this one is going to hit off the wall. And it is a double and an RBI. O'Neill is going to score, and the Orioles get on the board. Score is now 6-1 Yankees. And the pitch paints the outside corner. Call strike one. Jackson is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. Rodón sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. He checks his swing. Count is going to go to 2-1. And the pitch is swung on. Count is 2-2. And Rodón sets. And he fires. Pitch is swung on and missed for the third out of the inning, and that is Rodon's 8th strikeout of the night. But not before the Blue Jays get on the board with their first run. Yankees lead the Blue Jays heading to the top of the 7th, 6-1. Coming to bat for the Yankees is Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and McMahon. Well, Stephen B., you're stating numbers that don't really correlate because Caballero is not an everyday player, has never been in his entire career. So he's got less reps to make less errors. And frankly, Caballero is not ready to be an everyday major leaguer. So the analysis about Volpe stinking just isn't there. And for those of you that are here, I want to thank you for taking time to listen to a little bit of play-by-play here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. I appreciate your support. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and subscribe if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Looking at our scoreboard, the Reds have beaten the Cubs. Their game has gone final 6-3. In the top of the 8th, the Marlins are leading the Rangers 4-2. In this game, we are heading to the top of 8. Yankees lead Orioles 6-1. In the top of the 8th, the Red Sox and the Blue Jays are locked up at 3 apiece. In the top of the 7th, and the pitch to Jazz is grounded to Mayo, who is going to step on the bag for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out, my personal favorite. In the bottom of the 6th, the Mariners lead the Astros 5-0. In the top of the 8th, the Royals lead the Blue Jays 2-1. In the top of the 9th, the Guardians are leading the Twins 8-0. In the top of the 8th, the Brewers and the Cardinals are tied up at 2 apiece. In the top of the 5th, the Phillies lead the Diamondbacks 3-2. And the pitch is in there for call, strike 1. In the top of the 6th, the Angels lead the Rockies 1-0. And the next pitch from Espada is down low. Count is 1-1. And in the top of the 1st, the Giants lead the Dodgers 3-0. That's the Major League scoreboard for today. And the pitch is on the way, and it is popped up, and it is going to drop between three people, and nobody touches it, so it is going to be a hit for Goldie. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And Goldschmidt is going to second, and he's going to be thrown out. So that is the second out of the inning. And McMahon swings on the pitch. The count is now 0-2. And the spot is set. Fires, and the pitch is swung and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees in the top of the eighth. Coming up in the bottom of eight is going to be Mateo, Holiday, and Westberg. Honestly, Stephen B., Caballero, I think, has shortstop playing experience, but he was brought on the team to replace Oswaldo Cabrera after his injury, because frankly, we didn't have a super utility player at that point, and Caballero fits that bill. He is capable of playing third, shortstop, second base, and right field. And I will be back in just about a half a shake of a stick. And it looks like Luke Weaver is coming in to replace Carlos Rodón in the bottom of the eighth. Weaver's on my fantasy baseball team, and he has been killing me here lately. So hopefully he gets me back some of the negative points he's got. A clean inning with a couple of strikeouts would be just fine. Jorge Mateo is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. Hey, John, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have hopped on, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And the pitch from Weaver is just outside. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is a changeup in there for call, strike one. Yes, I did see the interview, And honestly, Weaver has thrived as a Yankee. And Weaver sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-1. And Weaver sets, pitch is on the way, and that one is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. Come on, Luke. And Weaver sets and fires, and he paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike 2. Count is now 3-2. And Weaver sets. Pitch is out of the way, and this one is popped up. Jazz is tracking it. It is going to make it on the outfield grass. That is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jackson Holiday. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. A ground out and a line out. And Weaver sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Weaver sets, pitches, and just misses outside with the four-seamer. Count is 1-1. That was a nice 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Rice sets up on the outside portion of the plate. Weaver sets, fires, and the fastball is down low. It bounces away from Rice. Count is 1-1. And Weaver sets, fires, and the pitch is a changeup in there for call, strike 2. Count is now deuce. What color is your goose? And the pitch is on the way. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jordan Westberg. He is 0 for 3 on the night with a couple of strikeouts. Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Westberg. Hey, Donnie Clark. Welcome to the stream, brother. And Weaver sets, fires, and the pitch is a towering pop-up. Goldie is giving chase, and this one is going to drop in foul, so the count goes to 0-2. Okay, Donnie, that's cool. I didn't say that he didn't live from you. And Weaver gets on the mound. Weaver sets, and the changeup is down low. Count is now 1-2. And Weaver sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Orioles. 3 up and 3 down. Coming up to bat in the top of the ninth for the Yankees is Anthony Volpe, Trent Grisham, and Ben Rice. Honestly, D-Rod, the Yankees have 4 more years of control of Caballero, and I can't see the Yankees trading away a young talent that they have a lot of control over. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And in our active scoreboard, in the top of the 8th, the Marlins extend their lead 4-2 over the Rangers. Heading to the top of the 9th, the Yankees lead the Orioles 6-1. In the bottom of the 8th, the Red Sox and Rays are tied at 3. In the top of the 8th, the Padres have a 5-2 lead on the White Sox. In the bottom of the 7th, the Mariners have a 6-0 lead on the Astros. In the top of the 9th, the Royals have a 2-1 lead on the Blue Jays. The Guardians have closed out Game 2 for the sweep of the doubleheader today, 8-0 on the Twins. In the top of the 8th, the Brewers lead the Brewers and the Cardinals are locked up at 2 apiece. In the top of the 6th, the Phillies lead the Diamondbacks 3-2. In the top of the 7th, the Angels lead the Rockies 2-0. And in the bottom of the 1st, Giants lead the Dodgers 4-0. And the first pitch to Volpe from Espada is in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Volpe is 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles, a walk, a run, and a stolen base. And Espada sets, fires, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 1-1. And it looks like David Bednar is warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-1. Espada sets, fires, and Volpe chops this one foul tipped into the glove of Jackson. Count is going to be evened at 2-2. And it is over with in Kansas City. The Royals have beaten the Blue Jays 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Volpe for strike 3. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. Grisham is 2 for 4 on the night with a strikeout and an RBI. Espada sets, and he fires, and the pitch is in there. Nice curveball for call, strike 1. Might have been a slider. Espada sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 to Grisham. Espada sets, fires, and Grisham swings and misses. That is the second out of the inning. And the first pitch is down low to Big Ben. Rice is 0 for 4 on the night with 2 groundouts, a ground into a double play, and a strikeout. Espada sets, and he fires, and the pitch is hammered foul down the right field line. And this one is going to bend into the stands just in front of the foul pole. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down in the dirt. Count is 2-1. Espada sets, fires, and the pitch is up high. Count is now 3-1 on Big Ben. And the captain is on deck. Espada sets, fires, and the pitch is a beautiful slider in there for call, strike 2. Count is now full, 3-2. Espada sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 3-2. And in the top of the ninth, Story singles in Rafaela. Red Sox have a 4-3 lead on the Rays. And the pitch is on the way, and it is grounded to Holiday, who flips it to Mayo for the third out of the inning. Espada retires the Yankees in order. Coming up in the bottom of the ninth is going to be Gunnar Henderson, Tyler O'Neill, and Ryan Mountcastle. They are 2 for 8 with a couple of strikeouts and a base on balls. Hey, John Frazzo. And let's look at the scoreboard. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. In the top of the ninth, the Marlins lead the Rangers 4-2. In the bottom of the ninth, the Yankees lead the Orioles 6-1. In the top of the ninth, the Red Sox lead the Rays 4-3. In the top of the eighth, the Padres lead the White Sox 6-2. In the bottom of the seventh, the Mariners lead the Astros 6-4. The Royals-Blue Jays game has gone final. Royals win 2-0. Guardians beat the Twins in the second game of the doubleheader 8-0. So they are one game behind the Tigers for the NL Central lead. Top of the ninth, the Brewers and the Cardinals are locked up at 2. Bottom of 6, the Phillies and the Diamondbacks Phillies have the lead over the Diamondbacks 3-2. In the bottom of the 7th, the Angels lead the Rockies 2-0. In the bottom of the 1st, the Giants lead the Dodgers 4-2. If the Yankees hold on to win, Nancy, the Yankees will be 2 games behind the Blue Jays for the lead in the AL East. Bednar is on the bump replacing Luke Weaver. And the first pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Henderson is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the first and a stolen base. And Bednar sets, fires, and the pitch is hit to left field. Bellinger is tracking it, and he is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the first out. 1 down, 2 to go. And O'Neill is up to bat. First pitch is going to be a fastball that paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Well, John Frazzo, my son John Barry, will be extremely happy about that, especially since he is a Diamondbacks fan, hoping to get into the postseason. And the next pitch is a curveball in there for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on O'Neill. And Bednar sets. I feel a splitter coming. And the splitter is swung on and missed. That is the second out of the inning. Orioles are down to their final out, and Ryan Mountcastle is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a infield single and a pair of strikeouts. Bednar sets, fires, and the pitch is grounded to Volpe. Volpe fills it and fires across the diamond for the third out of the game and the inning. The Yankees close this one out 6-1, and the Yankees are now just 2 games behind the Blue Jays for the top of the division. I recommend everyone keeping their composure because I think that the Yankees are going to take the AL East before it's all said and done. We have the 4th game of this set tomorrow at 1:35 here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. I will be calling the play-by-play, so I invite everyone to come and listen to a little bit of baseball. Even though it is Super Bowl Sunday or NFL Sunday, I will be giving updates for the NFL games also, and maybe doing a little bit of play-by-play. I want to thank everybody for taking time to show up in the stream and support this channel. And before I shut it down, if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. I recommend heading over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe to listen to their post-game review. I think they're calling the play-by-play for the Mariners-Astros game also, so you might be able to catch a little bit more baseball. And I will end in my traditional, let's go Yankees. We'll see you in the funny pages, and have a great night.